We are so excited. I'm here with Rob and Amber of Minnesota Fine Homes. We're going to talk about remodeling and making a sustainable home. The home that we're going to be talking about today was built in 1887. Got it right this time?
Yep.
And I'm wearing lemons because we took lemons and are making lemonade. I mean them. So here we are, and let's get into it. Here I have Rob and Amber. Thank you so much for letting me come into this home, and I'll thank the homeowner who I hear is hiding upstairs for letting us be here. So there are so many older homes in the Twin Cities and surround. This one happens to be in White Bear Lake. As we all know, St. Paul loves their old homes. I did represent a house one time, 1875, excavated on site, 10-foot ceilings in the basement, limestone. It was absolutely gorgeous, but it was 1875, right, 5,000 square feet, and had been completely remodeled over time, used for different things over time. So we have anywhere from the late 1800s, the 1920s, the 1950s, and the very ugly 1980s homes that have no charm or character. So, Rob, would you tell me a little bit, how did you get into Minnesota Fine Homes? How did it happen? And a little bit of background here.
Sure. So I've been in some sort of construction or some sort of part of the trades for probably about 20 years.
Okay.
I've had a contracting company for about 18 years. As the company started growing, as our family started growing, Amber came on full-time probably during our second child's birth, which helped.
That was interesting, I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, she was home a lot. It was kind of took some work that I was doing at the end of the days, during the nights, early mornings. We started working together. The job started getting bigger. The company was growing a little bit more each year as she took off on some of the other projects that I was working on. So she can do all her own kitchen. She can do some of the design work. She does a lot of the selections. That way it keeps me in the field and with our crews.
Great, great. And Amber, tell me, how did you ease yourself into this?
Well, I used to work in bartending,
Okay,
event planning,
that's an easy switch.
so it's sales in one direction or the other, dealing with brides and corporate companies and regulars, and now I'm dealing with subcontractors and homeowners, so it was an easy transition.
Real estate right now has two challenges. One is there just aren't enough homes to sell,
Yes.
which is forcing people to take a look at their homes to see if it's fit for how they can make it fit for their living. The other one is that there just isn't enough supply. The materials are in short supply. And how do we make an older home that isn't working for us, both sustainable, energy efficient, and for the way we live today? So how do you work with clients in taking the before and turning it into something they couldn't have even imagined? Because I'm sure maybe Mr. and Mrs. homeowner here had a few Pinterest boards, but how do you make that real?
So you have to first get to learn your client's wants and needs. Do they have a young family and growing a young family, or are the kids growing out and they want to remodel their home for their current needs to grow old? So once you learn that process, learn what the wants and needs are, that's when you start talking with the designers, architects, and just trying to figure out what kind of finishes we want to put in, what rooms, how we want to use the rooms. Do we need kitchens? Do we need islands? Most kitchens now are eat-in kitchens with big islands.
Doing a remodel is a huge event in a family's
Absolutely.
life.
It's usually the biggest investment that they make beside buying a house.
Okay, and you said that a remodel takes anywhere 5 to 6 months depending on the scope?
A substantial remodel could take 5 to 6 months, yes.
Let's talk about some examples of the other work that you have done. Now, I saw your first home in Minnetonka last year. I think it was at the Midwest Luxury.
Luxury home tour, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
And tell us a little bit about what happened in that house.
We built the house based on a model for our company, what Amber and I kind of came up with.
Okay.
We worked with an architect, we got the plans, we got approved. We kind of designed the home for a family, either that's the kids are growing up and gone, so we did the main floor single living.
Single level living.
Single level living, thank you. We did a great master bathroom on one end of the house. a great open great room and kitchen combination, a nice open mudroom concept, powder room right away, 36-inch wide doors everywhere. All the floors were zero entry, meaning they had zero curbs or transitions in the
So that
floors.
brings up something really interesting. International design standards is
Yep.
built for people who are aging or disabilities.
Yep.
So you have wider hallways.
Yep.
And as you said, no thresholds
Correct.
that they have to go over. What are some of the other things you use for design standards for aging in place or disability?
So aging in place and disabilities, with the zero entries, you can go into countertops, certain heights, sinks heights, and depths.
They're a little higher or
A
lower?
little bit higher, correct?
So you don't have to,
Yep. So your
Go all the way
your
over.
bathroom vannies are like set at
36 inches.
36 inches.
okay. And the knobs are usually levers
Yep.
instead of,
Exactly.
Mhm.
A lot of drawers instead of doors for the cabinets for the kitchen.
all LED lights.
Yes.
Everything's LED dimmable.
Right, which is an energy saver too.
Yep.
Sensor lighting for Topic lighting in the master bath for under the vanity, in the kitchen for when you come in, so lights come on if you come in
It
late.
glows.
It does. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yep.
And then I saw you again at the Robinsdale house in the Parade of Homes
Correct.
remodeling,
Yep.
which you took, that was in 1950s move?
I believe the original house was 1947.
The outstanding feature of that, outside that it is now very modern and gorgeous, is the back window. You want to tell us about
Yeah.
that window?
So, well, that whole home, this was a great example of people that purchased, that they had a home and they remodeled it to live there forever. That window is 12 feet wide. It's a Sierra Pacific 12-foot wide multi-fold window. So it's basically an accordion
Just-
fold. It's
Yep,
4 panels and it all folds to one side. And there's a retractable screen that magnets the countertop. And then we actually have a countertop that extends out.
So it becomes a bar.
It essentially a bar, entertainment space, eating space. They can pass through everything. They don't want the screen down. They hardly put the screen down ever.
That window is a double pane, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And it is spectacular. So if people want to know more about it, they can be in touch with you.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yep.
So this house, as I said, was built in 1887.
Mhm.
And the room that we're standing in now was the dining room, the old dining room.
Correct.
And you have a bathroom that was the old galley kitchen.
Correct.
So what did you do in here?
This room, like I said, this was the original dining room. This room didn't have a whole lot going on in it originally. We took the galley kitchen, put the addition on the backside behind the camera here. It's really just the way they live. They want the way they want to use it at home.
Okay.
So just
So
they
this
want
is-
the kitchen, the cook area, the entertaining area. They want the kids to come over. They want to put all the grandkids around the island, cook pancakes.
And you know what? What I love in here is that you have the shelving over here. And this is the first time I've ever seen people actually put plates with glasses on it. Usually they have a pot of something. Like, you know, how people live.
Right.
Right. And then you have a whole wall of storage here.
Correct. Yep.
Can we open?
Yes.
Because this is,
I'm going to pick up the camera and come over to you.
where the microwave is. Everything else is just full pantry. But the microwave's hidden to storage. But
Pull
full
out.
pantry, roll
Wow.
shelves.
Okay, now I want to see what's over here. More shelves, more
More
glasses.
shelves, roll up shelves.
Oh, that's so gorgeous. We'll go this way, the porch. They already had the porch here, but you redid it.
It was a deck.
It was a deck.
Yep.
Okay, so is it excavated underneath?
No.
Okay, so how did, it's
Heated tile floor though,
Heat-
insulated. So it's got sun space windows. It's going to be comfortable 11 out of the 12 months of the year.
It's a very cozy
Wonderful.
free season.
very cozy. No, these floors, wow. Look at that. Would you talk about the floors?
So the floors are Eastern White Pine, manufactured in a company on the East Coast, Northern East Coast. It is a 3/4 inch full real floor,
14 inches wide.
14 inches wide, 3/4 inches thick, installed raw, sanded and stained on site.
Beautiful, beautiful. And the life on these floors would be probably another 200 years.
We hope so.
Yeah. Can you take me into the main floor bathroom here? Which was the old kitchen.
Absolutely.
I think this is really exciting because old kitchen. Okay, so this would be your mud room.
Yep. So the back entry, usually, probably, most likely their main entrance from the garage from the house. So
Right.
we did add
Laundry.
laundry to the back area here.
Okay.
But this is part of the original kitchen, where the kitchen once was. And like I said, we took the kitchen from this back entry area, which was just a small galley kitchen, put it into the dining room with the 6 by 16 addition.
So it's a small bathroom,
Small bathroom, but again,
made kitchen,
This was
and
the galley kitchen.
this
I
enormous
believe the kitchen sink was probably somewhere in
shower.
here.
Yes. Usually it was on the back wall.
Yep.
That's amazing. Go back this way and into the living room. Can you tell us what you did here in the living room?
Absolutely. Originally, the exterior wall was about 6 feet in. About 6 feet in from where it is now. This was just one of those old screened-in porches. You know, most people like to fly off house.
This
That
one
was it was as well. We removed all that. We put the steel beam in to pick up the existing exterior wall. We put a new foundation underneath where the porch was to support
Wow.
the upstairs. So this way we capture this great living space.
Right, and we're not going to go downstairs, but I'm sure, did you do some work in the basement as well?
Just structural and foundation work.
Just structural.
Yep.
Okay.
So, just the structural elements, besides new furnace and upgrades to the mechanical systems as well.
Okay, so the old basement, was it stone or block?
I believe it's an old stone foundation, the original one.
Okay.
It's very small. You can tell where the original house was.
Oh, is it partial?
Yeah, the basement's split up. It's
3 crawl spaces, huh? I think there's 3.
Okay. So the appliances, okay, we have Sub-Zero, we have Wolf.
Yep.
No skimping here. And these are all super efficient appliances as well.
correct.
So in doing this remodel, how much re-insulation did you have to do?
We were able, because we did a full demolition of the whole main floor, tons of structural work. We kept the original 2x4 walls, and we were able to just use a closed-cell spray foam for new insulation. Yep, the walls, the basement walls, whatever ceilings and floors and rim joists that we had access to, we spray foamed at that time.
So you totally sealed.
Yep, and then the whole main floor has a whole new window package as well. So
Okay.
that
Whose
helps.
windows did you use?
These are Marvin windows.
Okay. They're beautiful and
Again,
super
made in the
efficient.
Midwest, manufactured in northern Minnesota. So.
Right. And they have a nest over here. So thank you so much for being with us and for letting me come in today. Can you tell people how to be in touch with you if they want more information?
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. No, absolutely. You can find us on our website, and then find home.
No S.
No S.
Thanks much. I'll see you next week.